So you messed up your definer for his headphone jack, microphone jack, and your USB ports, and you're not sure what to do next. Stay tuned and watch this video, and I'll show you how to fix all of them. Okay, so here are all the tools and parts that you're going to need to finish up this fix. First off, I have a screwdriver. This one I got from Fry's Electronics. It was only about $5 and it gets the job done when I need to actually finish some of these builds. Next up I have the USB module. I got this straight from Fractal Design themselves, and it is what they usually put inside their cases. So as you can see, it's brand new and it should be able to slot right in without any issues at all. Next I have the microphone port and headphone port. This one also comes from Fractal Design and it should slot right in just like the USB port. Also, it looks like it's brand new, so we shouldn't have to worry about it being used. And then last but not least, I have some cable management stuff, so twist ties and some zip ties, and you should be able to tidy up the back of my case and make everything look pretty. Okay, so my side panel's off, and you can see all the wires here. I went ahead and took off the zip ties and the twist ties. Let me pop the front of the case off for you so you can see the wires up front. There they are. And you can see some wires coming out of the side there. And let me move it a little bit so I can see the wires that are coming out and where they're coming from. Let me pop this back in and move to the other side so I can see where I connect everything. So here I'm going to point at the module that I'm going to be switching out. That right here that you see in the middle of your screen is going to be the audio port, or the audio lead that goes into the motherboard. Next up, where my finger is, you're going to see where the USB port or USB lead is, and that's where that connects to my motherboard. And if we slide up to the top a little bit, you'll see this kind of chunky cable with two big wires coming out of it. That is my USB 3. So we're going to go ahead and take out the leads that go to the motherboard. Like I said before, that is for the audio. This one here is going to be for the microphone and headphone. And we're going to slide up top again, and the chunky cable once again is for the USB 3. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to pop the front panel off, and we're going to trace these wires that we need to change out from the front to where we disconnected them. So down here I know that's where the audio is. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. And this looks like the USB 3, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that one out as well. Now, last but not least, we have the USB 2, and here we go. There it is. And you can see that that's the correct one. Okay, I'm going to move the camera around a little bit here so you can have a better look at my case. So let me get a little bit closer here. So at the top here you see the USB ports, and on the other side you can see that we have our microphone and headphone jack. And if you look a little bit closer, you can see that we have some screws holding these modules in. So there's a screw there, and there's a screw on the other side. If you unscrew those, it should pop out the module. Same thing goes with the other side too. So there's a screw here and there's a screw there. And once we get those off, it should pop right out. Okay, so now we can see that the modules are loose. Remove the screws so they're hanging down here, and we're ready to start pulling them out. So we'll start pulling. Let's see where they go. All right. Got snagged up here. Let me go ahead and detangle that. Getting a little tough here. Let me switch the angle up so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so I had to push it in a little bit here, and it should slide right out. Here we go. And that's the first one. Let me set it down. let's work on the next one here. And here it goes. Okay, now I can see it sliding up. Got tangled up again. Let me see if I can work past that here. All right, got it done. Okay, so I have the new modules already slid in and they're ready to go. I went ahead and did everything off camera so you wouldn't have to watch me do it. One thing of note that I did notice when it comes to this case was that the port here leads all the way to the back here, and it doesn't just come out the back. There's a little bit of a tiny hole here. Let me see if I can focus in here so y'all can have a better look. Yeah, so there's a hole here where you're going to have to route your cables to come to the back. Now for me, kind of had to stick my finger in there and kind of pull the cords out, but it wasn't that bad. Anybody could do it. It's no real issue. Okay, so everything's done. If you look here, you can see the new modules. Let me pop off the front here. You can see the cables, they're already in. Now if you notice, there's a wire that was running over here before. I went ahead and took it out. It was for the fan switch that I showed you earlier, and it was kind of making my case in the back look kind of nasty. I wasn't using it, so I just went ahead and pulled it out. It's gone now, and it looks a little bit better to me. Now let's slide to the front here. And as you can see what I showed you before, we have the audio cable put in here. Next we have the USB plugged in, and we're going to slide up to the top, and USB 3 is plugged in as well. Okay, and that wraps it up for this video. Just a quick side note, yes, all the ports do work correctly. I tested them out and everything's working just fine. Thanks again for coming by to watch a video. If you would, please give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. If not, go ahead and give me a thumbs down, and feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you didn't like about the video. Be sure to be on the lookout for more videos in the future. And if you look in the video feed now, you can see my previous video over my PC overview. Feel free to check it out. Appreciate you, and y'all have a good one.